Alex Salmond claimed his former colleague was still trying to strike a deal that could have kept him at Bute House less than 4 hours before resigning as First Minister. Humza Yousaf made an 11th-hour plea to Alba in a desperate bid to save his job, Alex Salmond has claimed. The former SNP leader claimed Mr. Yousaf phoned Alba HQ hours before quitting as First Minister to praise proposals put forward by Regan in return for her support. Ms. Regan left the SNP last year with Mr. Yousaf saying she was no great loss to the party. But he was left reaching out in an attempt to win a no-confidence vote at Holyrood this week on his leadership. Ms. Salmond claims the move was blocked by the old guard in the party. In his resignation speech, Mr. Yousaf claimed he was not willing to trade my values and principles or do deals with whomever simply for retaining power. It was widely seen as a pop at Alba, but Mr. Salmond cast doubt on that version of events. Speaking to BBC Radio 4, he claimed Mr. Yousaf was still in talks with Alba at 7:30 am on Monday as he looked to cling on to power. The former FM said the idea that Humza Yousaf didn't want to do a deal with Alba is simply untrue. He said he had complimented the proposals as very reasonable and added, the reason he didn't do a deal with Alba is there were forces within his own party who stopped him doing it. Let's call them the old guard. The ultimate problem for Humza was he wasn't actually in control of his own party, which is why he wasn't able to survive over the next week. Pushed further, Mr. Salmond said, he certainly was trying to carry on as First Minister and he phoned Alba to say that the proposals that we've made and given him were reasonable. We were waiting and Regan was waiting for a meeting with him which had been promised. It is in contrast to Mr. Yousaf's own resignation speech in which he claimed he had spent the weekend reflecting on what is best for my party, for the government and for the country I lead. He admitted being taken aback by the reaction of the Scottish Greens after being thrown out of government and had concluded that repairing our relationship across the political divide can only be done with someone else at the helm. Ms. Regan had demanded progress on Scottish independence and a commitment to defend the rights of women and children in return for her support. She also wanted to see the Grangemouth refinery in Falkirk saved from closure.